Hey everyone, today is Thankful Thursday. Thankful and grateful. So I wanted everybody to see the parking lot at the school. This is the second day before the last day of school. And the parking lot is quite empty, so we know all the seniors are gone. But it's so beautiful out here today. It's very hot, but it's beautiful. But I wanted you guys to see this, how the parking lot looks and what the school is looking like now that it's almost over. You hardly see anybody here. It's been a long journey. A long journey for me. School just isn't like it used to be. And the sad part is, we could say, a whole lot of things like it's the kids or, the homes that they come from. But at this point, I gotta say that, and you guys can give me your comments or your thoughts on this. It's not just the kids and it's not just the homes. I think it has gotten down to the point that it's even the teachers. So, like, my headache came at the end of this school year because even though my daughter is a straight A student and does very well in school, her battle was never the kids in the school. Her battle was with the adults, the actual teachers and the principals, and the fact that they could not understand how she's a straight A student. And I've had them to tell me that she is she's an overachiever. She's just doing too much and she don't need to do all that. It's okay to make a couple bad grades. I mean, this is coming out of teachers' mouth. So I have had a battle with these teachers. Now she's over here at Hampton High School, and I'm gonna be honest, it's been a whirlwind of nothing but trouble. And it seems like they have nowadays stereotyped all the kids as, you know how they say the majority rules. So I guess the majority of the kids are doing whatever because, without structure, that's what you will get. And so now they have decided that they're just gonna let the children do whatever they want to do, and basically what they're doing is just collecting their checks. And the kids are not really earning the grades. They just pass them through to get rid of them, as long as it don't affect their money. And so then they start saying, oh, the government this or the government that. But it should be your responsibility as a teacher, though, regardless of what somebody else do. You should still do what's right, because your reward don't come from man, it comes from God. So to kind of make up stuff and let kids get out of control, or you could have saved somebody, but you choosing not to. I've seen them do a lot of head turning in this school, and basically they feel like here and then when I confronted them about a lot of this stuff, they would say, well, the parents don't show up, or we have a program for the kids and the parents don't show up. And honestly, I have been to every program that they have. And a lot of times the parents don't show up. But you still have to give them some grace, because a lot of parents are trying to make ends meet, or they going through stuff because it's so much going on in this world. But you're not giving the parents grace, or you don't have, that's why you should have extra people here to step in when a parent don't show up and walk a child down the aisle, or show up at a dance, or you got to motivate these kids to want to be here. And let's just say, needless to say, it's gotten to the point, it's just like, come on now. It's like the kids have lost the motivation, the teachers have lost the motivation, and so you kind of wonder what's next. Because my thing was, I thought when they had the COVID, that and they had the kids at home, they had them on the they work from home on their computers, and they had actually issued them laptops. And when they issued them laptops, they was telling the kids just do the work on the laptops. And it was good, but it had to be a balance to me. Because, some kids was doing their work what they were supposed to do. And then you had some kids that it had got to the point that the parents were actually doing the homework for them. And that was just like a little bit ridiculous. And then the teachers was actually telling it, like, you could tell the parent had did the homework, because as long as the student was in school, they didn't even comprehend the stuff. But once they got home and started working from home on the computers, they were like, all of a sudden you get so bright. But needless to say, they were still, ignore it and pass them on through the class. But my thing is, if you don't stop a child and you don't have any type of structure, at some point they're going to run into some type of error, and somebody's going to stop them, because they're going to think that it's okay to do whatever because there are no consequences. But even if man don't stop them, God going to eventually stop them. So it's like, why not have the kids, give them the structure and the support they need now, rather than them have to pay later. So, and at this point, as you guys have saw, the parking lot is quite empty. It's not that many cars here. And the reason there's not that many cars and stuff is because basically they told the kids that they didn't have to come. But the crazy part to me is, it's the kids that always doing stuff that they don't want to come, because we don't want them to fight. We don't want them to be out here fighting. And that's fine. That's why you should have some type of police protection out here on the last couple of days or whatever. And you don't want them to fight, but you give them the pass to go home and have the freedom. But the kids that are really actually doing the work, you want them to stay here because, now I heard this from the administrative mouth. They need to be here because, we have to have so many hours for the government. We have to answer to them, the boards and stuff. Okay, but what does that have to do? Why punish the good kids and then you allow the kids that ain't did nothing all year long to reap the reward of being able to go home and be at home and not have to do nothing at all? I'm just so baffled by the way things are done in society. It's like, if you doing all the wrong things, you getting the rewards. But the kids that we tell to go and do what's right, they have the hardest time. And I think that's very sad that they do this. But let me know you guys' opinion, what you think about the school system today. What do you think should happen? What kind of issues you face with your kids in the school, and especially if you have a kid that's doing what they're supposed to do in the school. Give me your thoughts on what you think about this school year thus far, and any suggestions that you have going forward for next year's school year. And let's see what the meeting of the minds, so see what happens and what people come up with. And another thing, I will definitely agree that I think it's great when the father can be in the home. I do, because it does make a difference, a big difference. But I'm gonna say this, I still did it without my kids' fathers in the home, but I did it, and I did a great job at it, I must say. But let me say this though, they still was some type of way involved in my kids' life, as far as even if they weren't in the home, my kids, I still keep that line open for them to have conversation and dialogue with my kids. So that didn't stop anything, because I was definitely going to be the bigger person. And I felt like my attitude has always been, I didn't have them by myself, so I wasn't going to raise them alone. And I made sure that, if I had to call them and say, hey, get your kids, it's summertime, because I want my break. But it's been real, it's been good. No problems, no issues in that department, as far as that part, to a certain extent. But let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.